Hello Satna, my name is Zita Harkaran, and in this video I'm going to talk about some do's and don'ts when it comes to doing your own cleanse at home. I have been leading these long-term cleanses for many years, and over the years I have figured out some of the best ways to smooth the process, to make it painless. The long-term cleanse as opposed to a quick 4-day juice cleanse, or as opposed to a long-term water fast, is deeply rejuvenating and healing for your body. Through this process of 14 to 21 days, your body is relearning how to metabolize old damaged cells, maybe precancerous cells, how to metabolize old fats, and how to release toxins that hold you back. And it's truly like a spring cleaning for the body, where the body, through its own inner intelligence, will look at what are some of the harmful things and will start metabolizing and throwing them out. Many people think that they're going to lose muscle or that they're going to lose some bone density or things like that, but that's the last thing that body wants to do. Body will start to get rid of things that are bad, not functional, excessive. Do not rush getting into cleanse. Don't go cold turkey. Taking your time means that you test out how it is to have dinner that it's maybe based only on spinach, right? And you try one dinner a day to have just spinach. Next day you will release your breakfast, right? And instead of your usual breakfast, you will just have a banana or orange or something like that. Or you skip coffee one day, right? Or you skip your tea one day. And in that way, you slowly prepare yourself. This is very important. Lots of people get very excited and they want to start immediately. When you do this kind of radical movement, you create a reaction in the body, right? Body gets like, no, stop, I am not. And maybe you can do this for 2-3 days, but after 4 days, you get really exhausted and body will just snap back. That's not what we want, especially when we are going for a long run. So you start first week just eliminating slowly, trying things out, taking your time. Maybe the way I see it is kind of like saying goodbye mentally for 2-3 weeks to some of your favorite things. But still at the same time skipping dinner, skipping lunch, skipping breakfast, whatever is your choice, right? And just trying out as many vegetables as you can. So as I said, do take the time. That is very important. The same goes for going out of cleanse. You never want to just get back to regular eating from one day to another. Another very important don't. When you are on this long-term cleanse, never go too long without eating. Unless you are at the stage where you can do this, your body got used to it. But otherwise, always do keep some kind of snacks, whether it's fruit or veggie or nuts, cucumbers, mangoes, whatever it is, handy, right? Or maybe smoothie because it comes in a bottle. If you go too long without eating anything, you are way likelier to break and then just have like greased fries. They're potatoes anyway, right? Now a little bit of a mental trick. When you feel like you're in the middle of the cleanse and it's been so long since you had pizza or since you had your favorite burger, and you start to look for excuses of why you could have it, right? Start looking at like, maybe I could have it this way or that way. Don't. Instead, look for options of what you can do instead. How can you fix that, whatever you are craving, with something that you can possibly have? Yeah? Look for options instead of excuses. And the most important, don't break the fast in the first 1 or 4 days, because that is the time when your body is going to learn this new metabolism. It's going to learn to function without those things that you usually feed it. If you kind of sneak things here and there, it will never learn it, okay? So you're just doing it for your own good. And after these first few days, when you might be hungry, where you might be a little low on energy, there's like, depending on how well you prepared before, that's how smooth that first 4 days are going to go. And once you get over the hump, you're not going to feel as tired, you're not going to feel as hungry. Actually, you're going to feel opposite. You're going to feel light, you're going to feel energized, and you're going to feel revitalized. There's going to be a switch, and you're going to feel it, and you need to use a little bit of your intelligence, right? And kind of slow down in the way you talk, in the way you walk, in the way you interact with the world. You won't be having so much energy, but that also means you're not going to have so much energy to argue with people, to fight, or anything like that, or to just waste excessive energy like you usually do. You're just going to take it slow, and that's going to be like your new normal, right? And you'll find out that through positive mind and through positive feelings, you can get way far on a very little energy. I noticed that when I go hiking or doing some kind of strenuous exercise, that I can't think anything negative, because as soon as some kind of negative thought comes in, it makes me lose the energy immediately, right? And so at the point where really need to get somewhere, need to finish this hike, there is absolutely no space for negative thoughts. That's exactly what's going to happen with the cleanse. You are just going to find a new way of existing on a very little energy. And at that point, you can even, on your own, try water cleanse if you feel like you can take it another step, right? And you will do maybe 1 or 2 days on water. That's really up to you. But really learn to exist on very little energy. And that will have to change the way you behave, the way you think, the way you act. And so that leads me to meditation. Meditation will be very important for you because it will help you find that center, to find the emotional balance, and to also kind of rewire your brain, okay? Because the cleanse, with so many changes, is going to create new connections between the neurons. And the meditation will actually expedite that even more. And then you can also keep a journal, because you're going to have many creative ideas. You're going to feel very inspired. There's going to be new revelation within you. So keep those thoughts, because they will kind of disappear after the cleanse. The last thing I say about the cleanse is that never eat anything that you don't like. Never force yourself to eat when you're hungry or frustrated or in any kind of negative energy. There are many vegetables, there is so much fruit to choose from. There's no need for you to eat something you don't like. Although, do taste everything, okay? Just tiny little taste so that you know how does it taste in this particular season, in your particular location, because the taste of vegetables and fruit changes throughout the season. For example, cucumbers are always available during the whole year. But when they're out of season or come from some kind of strange place, they really don't taste good. And that goes for so many veggies. Same for apples and oranges, like everything. So the first goal is to practice something what I call intuitive eating. So at the beginning of the cleanse, just try all the veggies, like everything. And then when you are on a cleanse, your body will start asking for something. Will start saying, you know what, that orange actually was really good. Maybe you should have it. Or that spinach was actually doing something good for me. Can you go and get spinach, you know? Now, let me answer a few questions that normally come in. Everybody wants to know, what about protein? How do I get protein in my body? And the answer is twofold. So one is, if this is your first time doing cleanse or fast ever in your life, and your body is not used to such a drastic change, you can supplement with protein powder. Ideally vegan, but you know, it's up to you. You can supplement, not all the time, but at least for these first 4 days. The other thing about protein is that protein is not some kind of a special vitamin that your body needs. All protein is condensed carbohydrates. So in that way, the energy is more packed, right? So you can go longer without eating. But if you can instead eat more often, then you're not going to be lacking protein. And also, we do take oils, right? Like nice cold pressed almond oil or sesame oil or avocado oil. They're really good for the cleanse. So that's a little form of protein. Lots of people say, you know, I really don't want to lose more weight. That's not my goal in life. And can I still do the cleanse? Should I do the cleanse? So I say yes, right? Because it's not just about losing weight. It's really about throwing away these cells that don't function, to get rid of the maybe cells they're a little sick, tired. It is about restoring our organs to their full vitality, and we do it through change, and your body will return to its normal weight, right, as it's ready. Another question that kind of comes up often is that, you know, I have a party or I have a wedding to go to during this month. What do I do, you know? And my answer is always, you know, it's kind of, you would be surprised by how many options there are. Maybe you are not going to enjoy the food as much, but there are many, many options. And then also you are with company, and it kind of makes an interesting conversation. Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this cleanse. And the same goes for, you know, partying and drinking and things like that. It's like you're just testing something out. This is not permanent. This is temporary. In 2 weeks, you can go back to your usual life. And what are 2 weeks in a whole year? Or even in whole life, right? They're nothing. But you are going to have the most memorable experience. You're going to feel very proud of yourself, very accomplished, and needless to say, like really amazing in your body. So you can, of course, try the cleanse on your own, but if you like to join us, we have a group cleanse with tremendous group energy support, where you get your own accountability partner and you work in these small groups. And you'll get a ton of guidance, you'll get a ton of yoga videos, because it is very important to move when you are on a cleanse. Otherwise, the body will think that you don't need the muscles. So it will start burning those cells, right? So we want to make sure that we work the muscles, and we do yoga, we do meditation. That's also to help us find the neutral state of mind, so that we are not emotionally anxious about anything during this cleanse. Let me know if you have any other questions. I thought I answered almost everything that comes up to me, but if you have anything else, let me know. in the comments below, or you can message me. And I hope you join us, okay? Bye. Sat Nam. What kind of cleanse am I talking about, right? I lead two kind of cleanses. One is fruit and vegetable cleanse, where you eat just fruits and just veggies, mostly steamed or raw. You can have some nuts, you can have oils and spices and things like that. But absolutely everything else that you ingest is eliminated, okay? So that goes with every single grain. That includes, of course, coffee, tea, alcohol, drugs, whatever. We'll do it for a whole month, but the actual cleanse is 2 weeks. And then I lead something called green energy cleanse. And green energy cleanse we usually do at the end of summer is where we eat just green stuff, no other color. Okay, so all kinds, of course, vegetable or fruit, because green has a tremendous amount of chlorophyll, which is very alkalizing for your body. All vegetables are alkalizing, but green is the most alkalizing. Okay, so it will rebuild the juices, rebuild your vitality.